Hey guys, welcome to DevOpsSchool. In this video tutorial, we are going to learn about Chef. Chef is an automation platform that configures and manages your infrastructure into code. It is used in infrastructure automation and helps in reducing manual and repetitive tasks for infrastructure management. This series is divided into multiple parts. Therefore, subscribe to our channel and follow the playlist for complete understanding. But before we begin, let me inform you a few things about us. DevOpsSchool is one of the leading platforms which offers DevOps, cloud and containers technology training and certification programs for freshers and established professionals who wish to update and consolidate their skills in the dynamic IT scenario. We ensure that the training solutions are delivered by highly experienced domain experts with practical working experience in various verticals. You can join our all training programs globally through online platforms, and if you're looking for classroom workshop, then we have regular batches available in Hyderabad and Bangalore. Check out the dates and enroll with us for our upcoming batches. For more info, link and contact details are mentioned in the description below.
So basically installations is very pretty forward. So Chef server setup, so it required the document which need to be referred in CentOS is URL which should be referring this one. Okay, DevOpsSchools.com tutorial Chef, and then you should refer this document, first document, Chef server installation and configuration in CentOS 7. So CentOS 7 installation document will work in the RHEL 7 as well. So both are same actually. Okay, and till now what we did, we just modify the host file. Okay, and then we modify this the first line within the host file, which is the first line, this one with this many things. Here this is the IP address of my machine, of my VM, and this is the host name. This again IP address, again IP address, and then host name. And this, it should be something similar to this. Now we're going to change the host name. So how we're going to set the host name? So the command is host name ctl set host name and set server, and then we're going to restart it. And then using this command and this command, we're going to verify whether everything is set or not. So this will return the host name, these commands will return the IP address, and then ultimately we should do the updates. So my update is almost close to it's going to be over in few seconds probably. And after that we are going to download the Chef DK. Okay, Chef server. Okay, so usually you should not follow this URL blindly, because this is little bit outdated. If you look at it, 12.8.0, which is little bit outdated, so we should try to get it the new version from the Chef website. Okay, so I'm waiting for this to complete it, and meanwhile what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the new version of the Chef server from the Chef.io website. So I just get it here. You see that it is for the Linux, Red Hat Linux 64-bit, and this is the new version. So if you look at the old version, which is 12.8, and the new version which is right now is 12.11. So I should use this version, and this is much friendly to use, and you should always use the updated one, so that way you know that things are all the features and bug fixes are done. So now what you're going to do, I'm going to download the RPM file, and which has a server. So using wget command, and it says wget is not found. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to install the wget as well using yum, and now it says and installed. Now I'm going to download my RPM file, and it should be done in a few seconds. And here it is. So now I got this RPM file, and now I am going to install it. So how can we install that RPM file? The RPM file installations will be ibh and then file name. Okay, and now it's being done. Installation is in progress and it's completed. So as you can see that it's almost close to the complete. It's updating and installing the server. Okay, so now it got installed. Now next step, as part of it, what we are going to do is we are going to configure it. So the command in which will configure the Ceph server is ceph-server-ctl and reconfiguration. So reconfigure. So that's the thing which I should do that here. And just type this command, and now it's reconfiguring it, and it's going to take probably 5 minutes to get it, and it's a one-time activity, and after that the next time if you do that it will take less time, because it's nothing but a converging all the cookbooks what it has inbuilt. So it's going to get it done, and I'm using AWS machine, so it's pretty fast in terms of download and performance, in terms of internet speed. So the things will be faster, much better comparing to the virtual box till now which I have been using in for my training. So it's in progress, and it's doing nothing but calling all the cookbooks and converging. So you can see this all these resources which is getting called and their actions being called as well. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can please feel free to ask me. Anyone? Okay, so this got over. Now what you're going to do, we have configured the Ceph server. Then now I'm going to verify if everything went fine or not. So the command which is ceph-server-ctl and then space status. So I'm just going to run this command, and you can see this bookshelf, nginx, on all this component which is running. So everything is okay. So the installations went fine. Now installation of the server went fine, and now we have to add the administrator. So at least one account is needed and one organization should be there in server. So that's what we needed. So I have some sample programs here, we can check it out, and I'm going to get it replaced with the new one. So I'll just copy it here, and this is the command ceph-user-ctl and space with user-create, and this is the place where I'm going to put my name, Rajesh. Okay, let's make it shorter. This is my first name, I'm going to put it. Okay, and then this is I am last name, and this is the email address which you would require. So Rajesh at the rate of scmgalaxy.com, and the next section is for the password, and this is the explanation which I have given here as well, so please look at it while creating it. So I'm just going to put it password 123. Okay, and then I am going to use the file. So where I should keep the file, so I'm going to keep the file name Rajesh Kumar, because this is my file. Let's make it Rajesh only, and it should be there in the current directory. So you can keep it anywhere wherever you want this file to be created, but I want to keep it in the current directory. So what I'm going to do, let's follow the practice from here onwards. So what I'm going to do, cd no, let's make it one directory that's called chef-repo. And remember, this is the directory which you've been following from last chef development in the cookbook. So I just get into this chef hyphen repo, and then inside that I'm going to create one directory that is called .chef, which is a hidden directory and which contains all the permissions files and all things like that. Okay, so cool. I am going to run this file and keep it the permission file inside the .chef directory, so that's better. So I'm going to run this command here, which is root chef repo, and this is the command which I'm going to run it, and here it is, enter. And you can see this, the file got created, user has been created as well, and things like that. So one of the things which I have completed. Next thing is organization. So each server, at least one organization is needed. And what is all about the organization, which I have already discussed. Organization is a kind of entities. For the each server you can create as many organization you want it, and it's something similar to the business unit or accounts, or you want to separate one account to another, or one business unit to another, or one department to other department. So you create an organization in Ceph, so like that. So I'm going to create an organization here, and one, as I said, one organization is needed as well. So I'm going to create it here. So the command is same or create, and the name of the organization I'm going to keep it assume galaxy. Okay, and here it should be full name. So if you want to read more about it, what is all about this one, what is all about this one, so you're going to check it out. This is the short name, this is the full organization name and file name and username associated with that one or not. So here I'm going to put short name here. Let's make it full name same as it is, along with the enclave. And then here username should be given. So remember, I created Rajesh K. This is my username basically. So I am going to keep it the same thing here. Now where we are going to store the validator keys file. So same place I am going to store the validator key, because I would like to keep everything at one place, so that way I can manage. So sg validator.pl. Okay, so now I'm going to create an organization and clear the screen, run this command, and it's created. Show.chef, you want to verify the validator is there or not. Yes, cool. So till now what has happened, we have configured the Ceph server, and then we created one account which is admin account, and then created an organization which was needed on most. So the Ceph server configuration and installation is done, but as of now my Ceph server is only available for the working with the command line. So if you want to work with the command line, then only you can use the Ceph server. What about if you want to use with the GUI also? So for the GUI you have to install this a tool called Chef Manage, okay, for the graphical user interface. So you can open up Ceph server on the browser itself. So install over the browser, you have to install the Ceph-manage, and that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to clear the screen and then install the Ceph-manage using the Ceph-server-ctl and the space install and then space Ceph-manage command. So it's going to install, and you can see, I can see this compiling cookbooks. So basically it's nothing but converging multiple cookbooks in order to get the installation of the Ceph-manage. Okay, so let's get done. And I can see that it's being converging. And it's in progress. Okay, so it's done. SEP manage installation done, but after that we have to configure that server with the new installation, because every time whatever the changes you might make in server, you have to reconfigure it. So I'm just going to reconfigure the server, and then I'm going to reconfigure the SEP manage as well. Okay, so let's get it done. Done, and I'm going to reconfigure the things. Now it's asking you to accept the license. So here it says any place to continue. That is fine. Now we have to type yes. I'm just trying to type their agreement license document yes, but it's creating something else. So I have a solution for that one also. Let me read it a little bit. And how can you yes. Okay, so just avoid it, probably it's replying. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, this is the, if you could not get it here, you can accept the license through the command line here. This one will work. And now it's converging. And the last command, we're going to verify if everything went fine or not. So what we're going to do, we're going to type this command. Okay, and now last command to test whether everything went good or not. I'm just testing it, and it seems everything is fine. Everything is good till now, and seems like it's good. Okay, so I can see this. There's some warning message, but I can skip it. I can see this 154 example, 0 failure, 2 pending. So basically it's good, but it gives me 2 warnings. So let's read these warnings first. It says ops code account user association user not in the org can be invited to the org by admin. When inviting, admin is removed from the org. Invites issued by that admin cannot be accepted. So it's a known failure. Okay, and this is the stuff, so it's okay, we can skip it. And my installations went good. Now what you're going to do, how we're going to access it. So it's going to configure with HTTPS and then // and it's going to get configured with 80 port. So I'm going to access now with 80 port and see if everything is okay, and I can see that it's behaving as per the expectation, and I got my Ceph server along with the GUI made it working. So now the time has when I should log in. So my user account is Rajesh K and my password is password123. So this is the stuff, and I logged in to the Ceph server. So meanwhile, if you have any question, you can ask me. Amulya, Banapriya, Krupesh, Pavan. Any question, guys? Are you there with me?
Yeah, Rajesh, but no question from me.
Okay, cool. So now next thing is what you're going to do. We're going to set it up so we have configured the server, that's completed. Now we're going to set it up the next stuff which we have it. We're going to set up the things which is under the administration. So which is SCM Galaxy, we have already organization, we have a user. So we got our Ceph server done, we got the organization created, organization created, that's done. User account is also done. And now what you're going to do, we're going to configure the knife. Okay, so configuring the knife, how it can be done. So basically there are many ways in which you can configure it. So if you come to this place, scmgalaxy.com, and go to the tutorial section, okay, here, and if you go to the chef section after that, here chef section, somewhere down here, and if you look at it, configure the knife command, you must look at in order to, if you want to configure it manually. So here it talks about how to configure the knife command. So you must be wondering, why do we need a configure knife command to be configured? So knife is a command which you're going to execute it from the workstation. So what you're going to do, you're going to have to configure from the workstation. So which one is my workstation? So this is of course a server, and I'm not going to do anything, but I would require one workstation so I can trigger my commands here. So which will be my workstation? So workstation can be anything. So for time being, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the git bash is my workstation. So let me check if I have a git chefdk install in my Windows or not, and I think it's not installed, so nobody. What I'm going to get it done is I'm going to get one more machine in the AWS. So let it create it. Select, and I am going to create T2 micro, and I'm going to create one machine here, storage 30 GB, and select the one security group, review, launch. Done. Okay, so now I can see that I have got the new machine. So let's get up. So my server is done, and I don't need to connect this machine anymore because I can access everything through visual. Okay, so you can see it. This is the one. So now I am going to another machine which will be my workstation. So from workstation you type the knife command, it's sent to the server. From the server it's being sent to the nodes which is being managed by the Ceph. So as of now, let me first create a workstation and then we will work out on the other things. So this is the IP address which is the workstation, and I'm going to copy this IP address and new, and I'm going to locate my keys here and open, and yes, ec2-user, and let me make it a little bit bigger, this one. And so first thing which I'm going to do, I'm going to install the Chef development kit, which is you can use for the creating the cookbooks also, and which you can use for knife command also. So I'm going to get it this one, Chef cookbook. So wget and install. So wget is not found, so I'm going to install it, wget. So one thing is like I have to be sudo, actually a root. So I'm going to do sudo -s and I become a root now, cd, and then wget, enter the path. Still it's not there, but so I have to install it again. Yes, so I got this rpm shift-tk rpm file, rpm-ivh, enter, and I'm installing shift-tk, which you might have done it in the first class itself. Okay, so now my chef installed. Now I have to create a knife. So knife, what I usually do, I have many ways to set up the knife. One of them is like one by command line. So you type this command, knife configure initial, and it'll ask you everything. It'll ask you what is your username, what is your keys and everything, what is your servers, and you're going to provide everything as usual. But this is a way which will take time, and you might do mistakes. So the best way, what you should do, you should come to your server, and this is the server which is here, and you should click on your organization. So you have a 4-tab node where you contain the node. As of now you have no bootstrap, so you have no nodes, and then reports, policies and administration we will talk about later. And then we have the organization, and if you click here, okay, if you click here, and you can download this starter kit. So basically, let me see if I can copy this URL, and I should download it directly in the uh, file, but unfortunately I cannot do that. So what I am going to do, I have this file which I have to push into the this place. Okay, so this is the best way to do that. I'm going to unextract it, and then I'm going to get it something similar structure to my. So I'm just thinking, what should I do? So should I move it somewhere else or something like that? And let me do WCP. So that's the best way. WCP WS WinSCP, and I am going to insert the IP address which I have got it here. Okay, and it's a new server which is here. So username is ec2-user, and I have no password, so I'm going to take it from let me check the keys. I have a keys actually for this machine, and I knew that, and I'm just looking for some options where I can pass this keys, and I think I got it. Yes, so let's do that. So ec2-user, and then click on advanced authentication and look at the keys, which I have it here somewhere in desktop ITC, and this is the keys which I needed. So just log in. Okay, so next thing is I'm going to open this one, and here you should copy and upload. Great, so I got this stuff in my another box, which is my workstation. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that file after it get completed, because I have uploaded it into the user home in EC2 user, but I need it that directory inside my /root. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy the directory home EC2 user and then chef repo to current directory. So I got it everything here in the current directory, and that's what I needed. So I get into the chef repo, and now I got it everything. And the most important thing is .chef directory. This is the one. So you can get it this downloaded from the starter kits, and you remember it's just a one-time download. If you download again, it will reset the last key. So old key will not work. So you have to remember this one. So now I'm going to show you what exactly it has in .chef directory. So .chef directory, it has a PEM file, which you remember you have created it during the creation of the accounts, rajeshk.pem, and knife.rb, which is required to connect with the chef server. So and this is the configuration file. So if you look at this configuration file, it has all this address. What's my address? So this is my server address. Where's my cookbook? So this is the directory where it will be cookbooks. Where's my PEM file? So this is my PEM file, and what's my username, which is this server username. So this is the stuff which you have it. So now I have got everything because I just copy paste from the starter kit, and now I'm going to verify if I have the server is working or not, is able to connect. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to type the knife node list to check and verify if the server is able to connect or not, and I can see that this error has come. You can check it out, knife node list, and if you want to verify, then this error has come. That means there is a SSL check which is happening, and it's able to throw some error. So what you're going to do, I'm going to store this error now here, and okay, rather than I'm going to copy whole things, and then what I'm going to do, I just read this error very carefully, and it says SSL validation failure connecting to host this one. So SSL is not able to connect with this one. Was the error? Could not establish a secure connection on the server. Use this command to troubleshoot the SSL. So let's use this command, knife SSL check. And if I use this command to check whether my server SSL is able to connect or not, and I see that it has shown some other error. So now if I show some other errors, if you check it out and if you read it, it says if the server is connecting to use self-signed certification, must configure the self to trust that server and use this command, something like that. Or something up we have like the certificate to this could not be verified. So how to verify it? So either you copy the certificates inside this directory, and the certificate should be you can copy from the many places. So you can find the certificates here, you can file the certificates here, you can find the certificates to this place also, and ultimately you should copy to this place. And the certificate which we are going to copy, it should be with the server underscore hostname. So easiest way what you can do, the command which you try it out. Before that, let me copy this in this error. So probably I'll document it for you for later point of the time. The easiest way is to fix that error is command is knife SSL fetch. Okay, and this will fetch all the certificates and put it in the respective directories as it's needed. And if you see that now ls-la, and then see that you have got the certificate which is with this one. Okay, so now earlier it was not there, but now you got it because that fetch command has fetched the required certificates and it gave you the solution. So now that error will not come. So now I'm going to verify if my knife configuration is working or not. So I just put it knife node and list. I want to list out all the nodes with the server, and now it's working because I have no nodes in my server. If you can see that here, click on the nodes, and I have no nodes in the server. So that's the reason it's showing that there's no nodes. So this is how you configure the Ceph knife. So till now what we did, we configure the knife command. Now it can talk to my server and everything's okay. So till now we set up the server, we created organization, we created accounts, and then we set the knife. Now we're going to add a nodes over here, and this process is called a bootstrapping process. Okay, bootstrapping process. Before adding the nodes, what I'm going to do, I'm going to upload my cookbooks, because uploading the cookbooks is very good, because till now you have created bootstrapping okay, so till now you have written many cookbooks and you've been trying with the chef apply and chef client and many more, but now you're going to upload all these cookbooks. So what you're going to do, here you have some of the sample cookbook. If you remember, I downloaded from the starter kit. So I'm going to get into the cookbooks, rather than let's do this way only. From here only I get to the cookbooks, and I see that what the cookbooks I am having, starters and specific notes. So I have only one cookbook. So let's modify starters, go into the recipe. This is my cookbook which I have it, and then default.rb, and let's look at it what it has. So it has one of the resources which says just welcome to chef. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one more resources, and the resource name would be file. Okay, it's just to test it. And what file I am going to create it? So I'm going to create a file opt inside the opt, and chef node -rajesh.txt, and this file just to verify if my chef server is able to send the instruction to the nodes or not. So now what we have done it, we have created this file, and then everything is okay. This is my recipe, and now I'm going to upload this cookbook to chef server. So how can you upload it? So the command is chef cookbook upload, and the name of the cookbooks, which is starters. Okay, and then enter. So now it says some error. Chef, oh, it should not be chef actually, it should be knife, because now we are using against the server. So that's a mistake I did it. So you should always remember against the server knife command will work. Now see, it has uploaded 1.0.0 and service cookbooks got uploaded. And now if I go to the policies and click on the cookbooks, now we have this resource, this cookbooks. Okay, so this is the cookbooks which we have got it already. Now what we're going to do, we're going to bootstrap our nodes. So one of the things is uploading a cookbook is also done in the server. Now next is bootstrapping the node. Okay, bootstrapping a node and then same time converging it. So what I'm going to do, you're going to convert this bootstrap, we are going to bootstrap the nodes using the bootstrap command. So the command which you're going to use it, I have listed down somewhere in the knife command line reference. And here, if you can, so right now, as of now, you have a keys. Remember, you have a keys. So you want to bootstrap the server using the keys. So I think this command example will work because I have a pm file which is can be used to bootstrap it. But if you have a password of this machine, you can try this one also. There's no harm in it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to bootstrap this node using this file. So let's copy this command and put it here, and then let's create it. So now what is my address? So address, I have none address. So I have this is my workstation. Okay, so I will do one thing, ping-a, which ping-n, I'll ping google.com. So it's like this, ping-n google.com. so that way I will not lose this console because I need it. This is my workstation. So I'm going to get two more machines where I'm going to bootstrap it. So I'm going to get this machine. So let's launch. And select, and I would require the machine. T macro will work for me. That's okay. I would require two machine. Okay, and let's rather than get the 3 machine, and then add storage 30 GB, and then next, and then next, and select the existing group which is ITC review, and then launch. Keys I have to select which one, PEM file, and I selected it. So now I should be getting 3 machines. Okay, so let me refresh this page and let's get created. So meantime, I'll see this. I have not lost the control. Normally you will get log out automatically. I mean, not log out, you lose the console if it's inactive. So I don't want to lose it. So let me see if I'm getting, and slowly it's creating things for me. So I'll wait for it. Okay, so I can see that this machine has come, and now I am going to take this IP address. So let's use this IP address, and I'm going to list it down here, so that way I know that which are the IP address which I'm going to manage. So first one is this one, second one is this one, and then third one is this one. So we got the 3 machines. Guys, can you hear me? Amulya, Banapriya, Pavan, guys, can you hear me? Hello. 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 So I just said we got disconnected. So we were needed the 3 machines, and I got it, this one. So these are the machines which I'm going to use it. So remember my user ID is which user ID which I created is Rajesh K. So this is my Rajesh K, and I have a PEM file. So again, I'm going to use it. So I have a PEM file for all these machines. So I'm going to use it against it. So so what are you going to do? Let me copy the PM file, which I'm going to need it in the server. So first of all, I'm going to get this access to the server. I'm going to regain the server control here because I lost it in the internet disconnection. So let's get it. And here sudo -s and clear the screen. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the copying the PM file, and which I am having in ITC folder. So I'm going to get this PM file which is here. I'm going to copy this PM file, and this is the machine key PM file. Okay, permission file is not related to the Ceph server, but you need it. These are the 3 nodes which I'm you know, creating it. So I'm going to keep this one ec2.pm file. Okay, this is a very secure file. You should not share with anyone, and if this file is like, you know, can compromise the security, so you should be very careful while using it. So I got this PM file, and now I'm going to frame the command. So framing the command is just simple as that. Here is the command which I have put it in, and this I'm going to take the notes again from my, you know, DevOpsSchool.com, which is here, and this the notes. So bootstrap and address. So this is the first command which I'm going to bootstrap, and SSH users was my username, which is Rajesh K. And then sudo file, where's my sudo file? So basically I copied my sudo file in the same directory where I'm going to run the knife command. So that's easy, I don't have to write the long path for it. And then here it is, and the node name, let's make it RHEL, or let's say web server 1. I'll make it web server 1, so that will be good. So now I got the one machine which I'm going ready for the bootstrapping, another machine, 3 machines. So I have got the, just replace the IP address, that's all, and that's all. So my commands are ready for the bootstrapping. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to verify again whether the nodes I'm having any nodes or not. The command is knife node list, and as you can see that I have, okay, so the thing is I'm running from the wrong location, this location which I'm not needed, rm-rf. Remember, I have set it up my environment in cp root chef repo -repo. This is the place where I have set it up, so I should go to this place. Okay, so this is my environment, so let me remind you. Okay, so now knife node list, and I should have none. So now I'm going to bootstrap these nodes. So to bootstrap this node, I'm just going to run this command and enter. So here is trying to ask for the password, and it's unfortunate because I have provided the keys, which is ec2 file. So it shouldn't ask the password, but I'm wondering why it's asking the password. So no problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check it out if that can be resolved. So I'm just going to verify if everything I have used as expected. So sudo identify file, so everything is correct. I'll just make sure that the file is correct, and if not, I should be correcting it. So this is the ITC file, this is ITC ppk file, and pm file, and I'm not sure about whether it's a right file or not, but I'm considering this should be the file which is, I've used it in the past as well. So let me verify. Let me cancel this bootstrap because it shouldn't ask the password. So ec2.pm, and let me give the path also if it's not working. So and this is okay. So let me try. Again, I am repeating the same thing. The Rajesh K which I mentioned, this is the username of my Ceph server, not the username of this machine. Basically, the machine username is ec2-user, so which I have mentioned that was wrong. So I have to correct it. And that's the reason, that was one of the reason the keys was not working. Okay, so now I'm expecting this will work. So let's get it working. And I believe, and just change the name also, 3123, it should be unique. And then let me see if I'm doing some mistakes anywhere else. No, so now everything is fine, and let's get it done. Enter, and yes, why, and now it got done. Cool. So now what we have done, we have added bootstrap the node, and that's important. So I did it, and now similarly I'm going to go do for 3 machines. Okay, so I'm going to do it quickly, and let me copy this one also. So this is the second machine, the bootstrapping is being done. And this is the third machine. Okay, so now I'm going to verify if everything is okay or not. So node list, and by logic I should be having 3 nodes. I can see this, I have 1 2 3, and same way I should verify over the Ceph server using the nodes tab, and I can see these. I have got the 3 machines, so web server 1, 2, and 3. And as of now, there's no run list actually. So when we say run list, is nothing but the cookbook which is assigned to these machines. So I have not assigned any cookbooks yet. So what I'm going to do, the next thing which I'm going to do is bootstrapping the node. So basically we uploaded the cookbook, we added bootstrap the nodes. Now assign a cookbook to nodes. Okay, so this is the thing which will have to do that. So now we have to assign the cookbook, the one which we have uploaded, that's called starter, to this particular node. So we have 3 nodes. Okay, so now how to do that? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit the nodes. Okay, so now let's edit the nodes. So the command is to edit the nodes is knife node, and the node name is this one, enter. And if you enter, then it will display something, some commands which you should use it. And then are you going to edit? So this is the command. So help is something like help. If you're not sure about the exact command, you just make a mistake and it will throw some tips for this. So this is the tips which I've got to edit. Okay, and now it says your editor is not set. So yes, let's do that. So export editor is equal to vi, and editor is equal to, okay, done, that's done. So now let's add it, and now here it says your name of this node is web servers, everything is okay, and run list has nothing. So let me not modify, because this is the way you can what do you say, you are adding the simple something like you are modifying the files. But here what you can do, you can add the run list from here also. Okay, you can add a run list from here also. So what you can do now, knife node run list add, and the command should be here as it is. Okay, and entry. So I should take some example from here. I should find some example, long example from the Google, because I would like you to do that without editing, because in editing you might do the mistake, but we will do that on also. So knife node run list add, and probably I should get it here. And command is here. So, and here it is, this example, and I believe this is the best example because I'm going to have only one node, and I should do that. So here is the command node, and what is the node name? Web server 1, right? Web server 1. So I'm going to do this web server 1, and the recipe name is starter. So sorry, cookbook name is starter. So you want to verify now knife cookbook list. I just typed it wrong, it should be list, and we have a starter. Okay, so now this is the cookbook name, and default I'm just going to put it, so let it be same. So now I'm going to add this node which is web server with the recipe run list. Okay, so this is the way, this is the one way. So this is the, I'm going to do the 2 also, but third one I'm going to do manually. So let me do first this one, run this command, enter, and I can see this run. And second is clear the screen, done. And then now third one I'm going to do using knife command manually. So knife node edit, and the name of this, the name of the machine is web server 3, here it is. And now the recipe is this one. So I'm going to go to this place, run list, here you have a run list, and enter it. That's all. So you have to done. So I believe I mistake, some typo I did it, no problem, let me go and correct it. It's not taken, so probably let's just see if it's taking only this. Right here, so it says invalid character. Let me check. I think it's correct, but it's good to verify because the third time which I'm making it. So let me verify. And here is a learn list. Okay, so probably I should keep it like this, this is the best way. Okay, so let's do that. So it should be this one, and then enter this is the best way, which I can see it here also. And then comma is not required because we don't have anything, and I think it's taken. So now we have 3 cookbooks and one cookbook, 3 machines. Okay, and all these machines I have written only one cookbook which is starters, and it has a run list is starters, and it has to create some files inside the OPT. That's all. So what are you going to do? You're going to you're going to trigger the build. So assign a node, this is also done. Now you're going to converge it. That's called converging. So how are you going to converge it? The conversion, again, I have some nodes here, and if you check it out, this place naive SSH, this is the one. Okay, so you're going to try here, run chef client on the node. So what you're going to do, you're going to try this one, or if you want individual machine, then so again you're going to try this one, name, and what's the server name, web server 1, I believe, web server 1, yeah. So here, so if you want to get it done for all the machines, all the nodes what we have in the server, you're going to go get it done this one. If you want to get it done only for the one servers, you can get it done this one. So let's get it done first using this one. So first using the one server. So I would like to get it done on the one server now, and then other server. So stop me if you're not understanding anything. So now I just converging the cookbooks. So naive SSH and the name of the server, and then sudo client. Everything is okay, cool. And now it says failed to connect this machine, authentication failed. So authentication failed. So that's that's not good. So what you're going to do, you're going to pass the authentication file. So I did not expected this one, but anyways, let's get it done. PM file, and now it's happening, and it says some warning, and that's called please log in as a EC2 user rather than root. So why it's happening? Because I'm typing this one and it should not ask, right? Okay, so I'm typing not as a root, but let me pass the username as well. And I'm not sure about why it's asking, because I bootstrap with the user itself. And now it has taken, and now I can see that you can see that this file has been created in this machine. Okay, so everything is good, cool, calm. Now I'm going to get it done the same thing with this all the file, all the servers, and the only thing which I'm going to do, I'm going to replace this one with this one. So here it is, and clear the screen. Now enter. So I've got the 2 more machine, and I should see if it got done or not. So I can see here is the one, second is this here one. So, and this IP address is different, and this is IP address difference. Yeah, so cool, I got it done. So this is nice. So I got it done on all the machines. So this is the way you can converge it. So now you're going to verify. You want to verify. Let's go and verify in this machine. So whether the conversion has happened or not. So just open up these machines and look for this ppk. On the machine I'm just checking it. User sudo -i, so s, and if I check that file which is here, more, and cool, I got it done. So everything is done. So this is how you do that. So many activities. So till now today what we talked about it, we talked about so many things. We set it up the server, which is Ceph server, then created organization using command line, then created account using command line, then we configure it a knife, and then we uploaded a cookbook, and then added 3 nodes actually, and bootstrapped again, and then we added the cookbooks also, and then at last assign the cookbooks to the nodes, and then at last converge all the cookbooks in one node, in all node. Okay, any questions so far? You have it? Any questions?
No question.
Okay, so the one important questions which is still remaining is, how can I do in one command I can converge everywhere and everywhere in one command, passing one command. Like, because I am passing here, I'm passing 3 times, and that's not good idea. So how can I do that so everything will be converged in one go? So how can you do that? So basically here I did try using the name and then asterisk, so which has taken all the nodes. But what about, I have a categories actually. So I have a 5 category with similar node, 10 different category, like that. So these are the things we cover using the roles. Okay, and that is called chef roles. Okay, that's called chef roles. So now I am going to talk about the chef roles. So in the chef roles I have some very useful tutorials, and I would like you to refer that one as well while learning it. And this is here, implementing the chef role using chef server. So now I am going to open up this this tutorial, and here you have a good description about what is role, how to use it and all. And here you have a how to create a role. So here you have method 1, and somewhere here you have a method 2. So it's up to you how you'd like to try it out. So let me try it out the method directly on the server. So what you're going to do, you're going to create one new role on the server. So to try it out that command, we have a command called the name of this knife role create, let's say web server. Okay, so I'm just creating this server and node. Now the important things here, in the run list you are going to add all the cookbooks. Remember, you're going to add all the cookbooks. So basically recipe recipe starter. Okay, so and then close, enter. So if you have more cookbook, you are going to, sorry, you have to exit it, you have to modify it again, and you have to, because we'll have to make it, yes. So you have to write the cookbook name, which is something like this. So recipe, and then the name of the recipe, starter, and then close it. So, and if you have more roles, then comma, and then new role. Sorry, more cookbooks, then you have to comma, and then. So this is the, in the role you are going to specify the cookbooks. Now I just save this and my cookbooks roles got ready. So now you want to check it out whether the role is ready or not. So cookbook role list, if I say, and I have a cookbook which I have a role which I can see that. So if you want to see that role, show, enter, and now it will display all the properties what it has it. So now you can see that. Now, so one of the task is done. Now second task you have to done, you have 3 nodes. The nodes which you have configured, remember you assign the cookbooks to the nodes. Now you cannot, in this situation, you cannot assign the cookbooks to the node. What you have to do, you have to assign roles to the nodes, okay. So what you're going to do, you're going to basically edit all the nodes whatever we have it, and then you are going to do that in the you're going to put it the roles, and which the role is role name is what is the role name is web server. So how are you going to do that? So basically knife node edit, and then what is the node name is web server 1. Let me do through command line. I'll show you how to get it done through GUI also. So here you are going to type role actually, okay. So this is the place. Here you have a role, enter, and then enter web server is the role name which you created. This is the one modification I did it. So now I have to do for this 2 and 3 also, but this time what I'm going to do, I'm going to do through visual way, so that way you understand. So this is the place where we have node, refresh this guy. So web server 1 I have modified, and if you want to check it out, here it is. So little bit up here, starters and start here. So one I have already modified. You can see the web server which is the bottom of this. So I'm going to modify this one also. So let's click on the edit, and here you have roles. I'll push it here, and recipes I'll move it and save. This is the visual way you can do that. And then third one also I'm going to modify. So web server will move it here, starter will move it here, and save it, and then refresh it. So now I'm going to check if everything is got modified or not. So now I can see web server for 3, web server role for the web server 1 and 2. So everywhere it got impacted. So now you have to run only one command which you needed is this one. Where's the command? Come on, command. Yes, and command is it should be on my here. Yeah, so here it is. So now you should just call this command, or probably we have some documents here also. How can we call this command? Yes, so we have here also. So that's all. So you have to call this one. This command we'll have to call knife ssh, and role name is web server and sudo client. That's all. So I'm going to call this command, and now in this file clear the stuff, enter, and I just called it, and says failed to communicate authentication error. So basically it's an authentication error which is coming up, so which you can correct it. It's not a problem because here it is. So this is the way you can correct it, and then knife ssh, enter, and now I can see that the IP address, let me see that IP address 248, it hit the 248 somewhere. Yes, I can see that. 193, yes, and then 36, yes. So basically it has done it. Now what I'm going to do, the thing is which I'm going to do, I would like to install the one of the software which in every machine, okay, and the software is HTTPD. I want to install it and same time I want to start it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to modify my cookbooks, vi cookbooks starters, and then recipe, and then default.org, okay, and here it is. So how can you do that? Package and then httpd, okay, and then I'm going to start the services. Service start, sorry, service httpd, and then do action space start and end. So now basically I'm installing the httpd, okay, in all these machines. So here it is. Now I'll modify my cookbook starter metadata and make it 2, okay, because I have modified this version of the cookbooks. So I'll modify and put the 2. So now I just saved it. Here it is, and I just saved it, and I'm going to upload my cookbooks. Knife cookbook upload, and then starter, and now it's uploaded. And now I am going to converge all the cookbooks in one go using the command which is this one, okay, and let's check it out. Here it is. So I can see it has applied here in this 36 machine. I can see it has applied on 248 machine. I can see this is applied on the 93 machines. So everything is okay. It seems everything has been fine. And I'm waiting for it. And I have some fatal error I can see there, and it says no candidate for HTTP. So probably I have done the mistake in the spelling mistake actually. So I should check. And did I do? Yes, see, package HTTP is not there. So that's the reason I got this error. So I have to resolve it, and I have to again modify my package and metadata.rb. That's for the practice. Here it is, and this is the version 3, and then submit it, and then I'm going to converge it. Same thing. And seems like it's taking. I'll check it out. I'll wait for it. And again we have some error, and it says HTTP. I'm wondering where it's being called. I don't remember. I'm calling HTTP. Should be HTTPD, but again I'm going to verify and see, and I do not see that. HTTP, I do not see that. So I should read the error message one more time, so see if I'm missing something. And it says no candidates HTTP is available, but unfortunately I have applied this new version of the code, and I have already uploaded it, if I'm not wrong. So let me verify through GUI. Sometime it gets issue with the update, and see, server still has a 2. That means it's my mistake. I should have done the upload, which I did not do. Knife cookbook upload, and then and starter, my cookbook name, and this time 333. I don't know how come I put it 333. It's very impossible sort of thing. So I think I did put it. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I put it 333. It's okay. Anyways, that's okay. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to convert this, and this time I'm expecting this to be corrected. Let's check it out. Yes, so it's taken, and now I'm going to check each machine. I have got the IP address and see that if all servers had HTTPs running or not. It's running, verified, my setup is working, verified this machine as well, and wow, cool. So what we did, we also tried the chef roles and everything's fine. So do we have any questions till now so far? Amulya, Banapriya and Vaman?
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned from this video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Want to study further? Subscribe to our paid membership to get a deep dive into each and every topic. Do look out for more videos in our playlist and subscribe to our DevOps School channel and hit the bell icon to learn more. Keep learning.